What is up, guys? Macabespeed coming at you. Hope you've been enjoying these little mini episodes that I've been putting out this week. It's very difficult for me with a full-time job to try and do all of my filming every single day sequentially as it happens. So today we've been putting out the mini content Blitz on the 25 caliber Blitz out here in Northern California. Last time we were out here with my brother and the Blitz and the Marauder, we went ahead and had a failure to feed with a magazine. We had the H&N Hornets loaded up and we were really interested in seeing exactly what the accuracy and potential pass-through of a board was going to be at 100 yards. We never got to take those shots because the Blitz went ahead and ended up failing us that day. Today we're going to go ahead and rectify that. We've got our 25 caliber Hornets loaded up, we've got our target set up downrange, and we're ready to explore this expensive ammunition today, guys. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're back out here for the second try at the H&N Hornets at 75 and 100 drone verified yards. We've got our 75 yard target as well as some clays downrange. We'll go ahead and get a group on that board down there and then see if we can have some fun with those clay pigeons at 75 yards. Once we go ahead and get the results and data from that range, we'll see if we can't move it out to 100 yards and potentially pass through a board we were unable to with the previous two ammunitions, guys. Definitely going to be interesting. Stick around for this one. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Alright guys, I feel pretty comfortable that we're actually hitting the pine each and every time. I'm gonna go ahead and try and walk it in on these clays, although I don't have the confidence that I did in last episode with the polymags. The polymags really seem to group tighter at the 75 yard distance, and without taking my old eyes out there to visually inspect that target, I just won't know until I look at the footage. Let's take some shots at those clays and see what happens. Empty. Alright guys, I actually did better than I thought I was going to with the clays. I see where my point of impact is and I'm comfortable moving out to 100 yards. Let's get into it. Alright guys, pretty good destruction of the clays out here. Hope that showed up pretty well on video for you guys. And we did go ahead and tag this piece of pine a bunch of times. We had some good solid blowout on the back too. Let's go ahead and move out to the 100 yard range and see what we see. Alright guys, well as you just saw, that was not quite as tight of a group as we got with the Predator Polymag ballistic tip ammunition we tested last time we were out at the range. I was very pleased with the way we stacked at 75 yards with the Polymags. The Hornets, just not so much, guys. I was able to hit the clay, but that precision just didn't exist the way it did with the Polymags. Let's move it out to 100 yards, although I'm not quite as confident as I was with those red plastic tips.
You know, most people don't have spotters.
They need to network. Alright. Ring and steel.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take a trip downrange and see how we did. All right, guys, this is the 100-yard distance that we were just shooting at with our Hornets and our HATSAN Blitz. Let's take this thing back to the bench and explore what we found. All right, guys, well, it wouldn't be a proper HATSAN Blitz segment in 25 caliber with the Hornets without giving it a full mag dump into our steel target downrange. Let's go ahead and dump all 19 rounds of these H&N Hornets down and see if we have any jams or problems, guys. Let's get right into it. HATSAN Blitz, full auto mag dump, H&N Hornets, let's go. All right, guys, well, we didn't have any failures to cycle with the Hornets. Pretty much went as expected. I'm pretty happy with how that went, but we'll have to wait until we get back to the review table to really go over what we learned. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that little mini adventure out to the 100-yard range with the H&N Hornets. I think that this episode is really at the core of air gunning in general, in the sense that every single time you acquire a new rifle or air gun, you're gonna wanna find out exactly what ammunition works best in it. Not only up close, but also at distance, guys. The Predator Polymags delivered easily twice as good of a group as we received at 75 yards with our H&N Hornets. The H&N Hornets seem to have a flatter, faster trajectory, which put them higher on the board. However, the innate accuracy of the Predator Polymag was clearly superior to the H&N Hornet. For my money and peace of mind, knowing that I'm going to connect more often than not downrange, I'll be going with those red ballistic tip pellets instead of these expensive brass tipped ones every single time in the Blitz, guys. Now this is interesting to see also because of the fact that they did so well accuracy-wise in my backyard. I think that goes to show that most air guns within 20 yards are going to be extremely accurate. And past that point, that's really where you're gonna see your delineation from the really accurate side of things to the less than accurate side of things. Now, in my own opinion, I feel like there's a lot that could be improved on with the heavy trigger of the Blitz, the non-adjustability therein, my own failing scope at the range, as far as the 4x16x50 adjustable objective center point that we were using. There's a lot of factors that we could have addressed to go ahead and potentially tighten it up. But by the same token, I absolutely think this is a valid test showing that the H&N Hornets are just not going to perform as well at range as their cousins, the Predator Polymags. Out of the entire magazine at 100 yards, I only managed to get, let's see, 7 out of 19 shots on an 8x8 pine. That is far less than acceptable to me as far as accuracy for hunting, and I would be much more concerned about maiming an animal than actually taking it cleanly, as I would hope to. I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna be really disappointed that these high-dollar pellets just didn't perform. But that's, like I said, the beauty of air gunning, guys. You're gonna have to go through the steps and find out exactly what your gun does and what your gun does not like. All right, guys, I think it's a great place to end the video, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on what's going on the channel, as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.